Hey, federal employees. A lot of people at state woke up today thinking that December 5th, today is their last day in government, and they might have no idea that last night a judge just saved their jobs. Please share and like to help get this out. So let me give you something you almost never hear today. This time we've got some good news. The good guys actually bought you some time. A federal judge just stepped in and told state, OMB and OPM, no, you don't just get to push hundreds of people out the door this week. Not so fast. Here's what you need to know without the law school lecture. So when Congress ended the shutdown, they wrote a deal into the law. From mid-November through January 30th, agencies are not supposed to be spending money to carry out RIFs. And the RIFs that they pushed during the shutdown, those were supposed to be put on ice and unwound, at least for now. But instead of taking that at face value, OMB and OPM told agencies in essence, relax, if your RIF notices went out before October 1st, you can keep going. The pause doesn't really apply to those folks. State followed that playbook. People who've been in limbo for months suddenly got emails saying, hey, we're finalizing your separation or involuntary retirement on December 5th. Imagine opening your inbox and finding out in 4 days that your federal career, your paycheck, your health insurance are gone. The unions of state didn't just shrug. AFGE and the Foreign Service Union marched into federal courts before the case already pending that we're covering and essentially said that's not what the law says. They argue Congress meant that it wrote no money for RIFs during this window no matter when the notice went out. The judge didn't decide the whole case, yes, but she's agreed that the argument is strong enough to slam the brakes in what's called a temporary restraining order, or a TRO. She issued that order blocking those December 5th separations as state while the court could dig in. So not the final call yet. Is this a permanent fix? No, but it's a big deal if you were about to lose everything today. Yes. So the difference between being walked out and still having time to fight matters. Please know this is general information, not legal advice about your exact situation. Some of these clients we represent, but on social media, we cannot give out specific information. But we can talk about the bigger picture. And I think this case is about whether agencies have to honor the promise that Congress made when it ended the shutdown, or whether political leadership can just lawyer around it and treat it like a rounding error. If you're facing a RIF and your agency is saying, relax, that shutdown RIF pause doesn't apply to you, don't just assume you're right. I would talk to your union if you have one, or a qualified attorney who actually understands the federal service before you give up. If you got a coworker at state or anyone staring down a RIF right now that's still going on, share this so they know they're not crazy and they're not alone. And let me leave you with a few questions I'd really like to see you guys debate in the comments if you have time. I know it is a Friday. Do you think Congress meant the RIF pause to protect everyone on the chopping block or just a tiny slice of employees? Should OMB and OPM get to effectively rewrite that deal with its guidance? Or is the line they shouldn't be allowed to cross? What do you think about OMB and OPM's guidance this year overall? Has it changed from normal? And if your agency is still moving forward with RIFs, do you feel like they're following the law or looking for loopholes? That's what I think we need to be talking about. Thank you, everybody, for your support. Take care and have a great day.